Salut everyone, c'est moi, Elisabeth, and in this video I just wanted to kind of comment on a couple of segments from Amberlynn Reid's video about how she counted calories for 29 days. But I also wanted to not only comment, but I wanted to kind of share as someone who's also on a weight loss journey, who is also an obese woman, how these two segments really connected with me as well. So let's go ahead and go into the first segment.
So this is actually where I write down every single thing I eat. Like if I ate a Tic Tac, I write it in this. And today is actually the 29th day of doing this in a row. What I've been doing is actually counting calories, and I've been doing them whether I'm on track or off of track.
Okay, so you're counting calories. You've been doing so for 29 days straight. Okay, that's great. But what are you doing with that information? I mean, you just said whether you're off track, on track. Okay, so good. So you know if you're on track or off track, but what are you doing with this information? Are you just simply listing what you're eating? So you're just keeping a food diary and that's it? You're just listing what you eat and that's all?
Someone next to me could weigh the exact same amount. They could literally be the exact same height and everything, but it would just be different because we're two different people.
Well, just because you're two different people doesn't necessarily mean that you should be consuming more calories than that other person. I mean, whether that person's smaller than you, bigger than you, whatever. I mean, this is something I've had to learn too. The human body does not need to consume more than, I think it's 2,000 calories in a single day. It's not meant for that. That's why the body, gains fat and gets heavier and such, because your calorie intake is way over the amount of calories you expend.
So I've been doing that. It's like my little experiment, and I'm really proud because 29 days is a long time to be doing that. So yeah, I just think it's so cute. Oh my god, I love it.
Okay, wait a minute. You're just doing this because it's cute? Am I understanding that correctly? Because you're making it sound like, okay, yeah, you're proud of yourself for keeping this goal, I guess, of watching how many calories you consume each day. Okay, great. But then you're like, oh, but it's just so cute. Like, it's all cute and happy. And like, wait, that's all it is to you? It's just an activity? This doesn't have any purpose or any kind of influence over what you're doing? Is that what you're saying? Oh, girl. You need to be using this information that you're taking down each day and putting it to good use, not just doing it because it's cute.
It's nice to see, go back and see what I ate for the day, because sometimes at night I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. What did I eat earlier? I literally forget sometimes. So if I go back and I look at it and I'm like, whoa, I've actually ate a lot. Let's just, skip eating for the night. It's just really interesting to see.
Okay, if you're truly using it for that purpose, if you are using it for that purpose to give yourself an idea of how much you've eaten in that day, and if you find yourself feeling hungry, you pull out your book just to kind of get a better idea of what all you've consumed today, and you realize, nope, I've done more than I need to. I do not need to eat. I do not need to binge. And you stop. If that is truly what you are doing, then girl, good on you. Good on you. Okay, I applaud you for that, because that is hard. I completely understand that it's hard, because that's how it was when I first got started, when I didn't think I was really eating that much, and it turned out I was eating way more calories than I should have been. Salut everyone. So in that previous clip, I talked about how Amberlynn Reid said she was counting calories and she was keeping them all in a book, and I wanted to share how that really connected with me by showing you what I was doing myself when I was really getting started back in February with my own weight loss journey. And I myself started putting together more or less a book of what I was doing to try to make myself better. So as you can see, my first real entry started on the 14th of February, which is when I really got started on Instagram, wanted to be more accountable and wanted to really get this journey off the ground. This was a planner that I was using for my work and personal, so that's why there's other random notes all throughout it, so just don't mind those. But just to help you understand, this is a key that I came up with to kind of keep myself on track with the things I was wanting to monitor, such as my actual activities, keeping track of my calories, my water, my mood tracker, how I could determine if I was on goal, doing what I was supposed to be doing, and just kind of some abbreviations for the different kinds of activities I might be doing. So as you can see, for example, I showed how did I do any activity? Yes, I did, by that line. What I do? I did a walk with my father. This was also a weigh-in day, so that was my weight on that day. This is the number of calories that I consumed. This was the amount of water. Based on my Fitbit app, I underlined it in blue to indicate that I was under goal. So I was under my calories for that day. For my water, I drank 80 ounces. And I marked that as green because according to my Fitbit, I was on goal. My goal is actually 75, so I just went ahead and marked it as on goal. And then for my mood that day, I marked it with a happy face because that's how I felt. So I kind of took some inspiration from bullet journaling to understand how to put this together. And this is what I had come up with. Like on this day, I did a walk by myself. I did 10,000 steps, my calories, my water, and how I was feeling that day. And then when we get to March, as you can see, March is completely full. And I was using this to keep track of how I was doing. Now, once I got to about this point in March, I did kind of fall off with my doing my blue, my green, my pinks to kind of keep track of how I was doing as far as my Fitbit went. And then later I decided, no, I kind of need this so I can keep myself on track, understand where I'm going, and the color coding just helped it to stand out. So I did go back to doing the color coding. So, this is what I was doing with my planner / journal, whatever, to keep myself on track. I started to come up with goals, some things to do, like try almond milk, which, by the way, I have tried almond milk. It is awesome. I have not drank regular dairy milk since then. I mean, if I have, it's only been a glass here, a glass there, but I keep almond milk in my fridge. More fruit, intermittent fasting. I was doing intermittent fasting. I was getting a better understanding about my 1,000-calorie deficit that Fitbit wanted me to maintain, to stay 1,000 calories in, under the calories out. And that was just to kind of keep me reminded that this is what I was aiming for. And then something that was brought up, I think I took this from a video that I watched from Every Damn Day Fitness. Don't eat back the calories you burn. That was also something that kind of stuck out with me. But again, I can't remember if it was Alan Roberts from Every Damn Day Fitness, or it might have been Swolenormous, Papa Swolio, who said that. I don't remember. But it was something that I really wanted to remember. And then in April, I had plans to possibly start strength training. But as you can see, April is where I fell off track. And the last day that I recorded anything was on April 14th. So, but I am getting back to my goals. I am back on track, monitoring what I'm doing. And even though I'm not keeping a running log like this anymore, I am still watching what I eat, making sure that I exercise at least once a day, if at all possible. Try kind of checking in with myself, how I'm feeling, what's going on. As you can see, April was getting to be a really not so great month. My moods were from, I kind of use this to indicate either sick or just blah. And then I was using these to just kind of indicate meh. You know, it's just kind of a meh day. Not great, not bad, just meh. So, but yeah, that's what I did. I would have loved to have seen what Amberlynn's book really looked like as far as the record she was keeping. That was my fitness slash weight loss planner diary journal that I kept for about 2.5 months. Hey guys, so now we're at the end of Amberlynn's video where she is doing the comment of the day and getting into a little bit more discussion about the salad situation.
Bender Rodriguez, girl, ... You're eating enough salad for 5 people. If you want to lose weight, you need to cut your portion sizes down. Okay, so...
Okay, I completely understand where that viewer is coming from. That you are consuming about 4 or 5 servings in that single bag, and that you're not supposed to eat the entire bag, and that if you want to lose weight, you should watch your portion size.
I disagree. I do disagree. When you're my size and you're counting calories, you do get a little bit more calories than the average person. Like if you're 190 pounds and you're trying to lose weight, like obviously you're gonna get less calories than me.
Okay, I don't quite agree with the whole, well, just because you're smaller than me, you'll have less calories than me. No, you should still be restricting your calories to a certain number. Like you would take about 2,000, which is a number that you've used before. That's probably a good estimate for how many calories you should be consuming. And yes, when I was calorie counting and paying more attention to that specific area of my weight loss, the fact that, that entire bag would be anywhere from 5 to maybe 600-700 calories for a single meal was a good idea to me. So, I completely get that side of the argument, but don't say that just because someone is smaller, they're going to have less calories than you. No, you should not necessarily be consuming an exorbitant amount of calories just because you're bigger, because you want to lose weight. Sure, you could probably give yourself a little bit of a leeway with maybe, I don't know, maybe close to 3,000. I don't know. I forget the number that Obese to Beast gave her. It was like 2,400, 2,600, something like that. Still a fair amount of calories. No, you're getting too hung up on this comparison shopping thing where you keep wanting to compare yourself to another person. Focus on you and what you need, but not because of how you compare to someone else.
It's not about the portions. To me, it's about the calories. That salad I was eating in that video is about 500 calories, which is really good for a meal. I'd rather have 500 calories worth of a delicious salad that not only gives me energy, but it just makes me feel better throughout the day. And to me, it keeps me fuller longer than anything else.
I completely echo this sentiment. And maybe it's the wrong way of thinking, but I do echo this. I would much rather have a large, big salad that's worth about 500, 600, 700 calories as a single meal and have it fill me up. Do I really see anything bad with it? No, not necessarily. Hey guys. So here's an example of one of those salad kits that I keep in my own fridge. This is the Asian market side salad kit that I get from Walmart. And this is one of my favorites. I will use these as a meal, much like Amberlynn was doing in her video. Like Amberlynn, this is a full meal for me. And I can eat pretty much this entire bag and it completely fills me up. So thank you so much for watching this first commentary and me video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. A bientôt.